Welcome, 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 everybody. Go ahead and share this broadcast. Share this broadcast tonight. Ooh, we have such a great conversation in store. I'm so excited. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, invite a friend, invite maybe 1, 2, 3 people, and we're going to get started in just a moment. All right. Hello, everyone. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to the broadcast. This is another virtual book launch with Elohai International Publishing and Media. My name is Natasha T. Watson. I am the publisher here at Elohai International. And tonight we get to introduce an amazing author to you. We are having a really amazing conversation, profound woman of God that you will be meeting in just a moment. So I know you all have joined. You've joined to learn more about this book. You've joined to meet author Shlonda Nottingham. So I need you all to do us a favor. Be very engaged tonight. Make sure you drop some comments in the chat room. Also, share this broadcast. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the book and the author, and then we're going to bring her live. So tonight you are tuned into the virtual book launch of Self-Love is Loving Me Unconditionally, Your Journey to Healing, Passion, and Purpose by Shlonda Nottingham. She is also the author of a book called Beautifully Broken. Now, this book really does take readers on a journey to self-healing, and it has a powerful 21-day journey to self-love at the end of the book. And throughout the book, Shlonda just shares stories, wisdom, insight, and really it takes you on a journey, as the book title says, to healing, passion, and purpose. So I'm really excited tonight to be sharing this author with you, to share this book with you. Shlonda Nottingham is really a woman of God. She is an author, I told you that, of another book called Beautifully Broken. She is a native of Durham, North Carolina. She's an inspirational speaker, a community leader, and a life coach with an emphasis on self-love, personal and professional development. She is very, very active in her community, including her church, where she serves youth. So I am excited. Hopefully you are excited. If you know Shlonda, go ahead and just drop some welcome Shlonda. Say hello, say congratulations. Just show her some love because tonight is going to be amazing. I want you all to watch a short video actually before we get started, and then we're going to begin.
Are you at a forefront of a difficult situation and it seems impossible to move forward from? I've been at different crossroads in life where I've come face to face with this exact moment, and I can tell you it hurts, but there is life after pain. In my new book, Self-Love Is, I'm going to take you on a journey of knowing yourself, loving yourself, and embracing your God-given identity. This book will challenge you to face your insecurities and fears, let go of everything toxic, and anchor yourself in true love. My hope is that this new book will be your companion as you journey to your self-love and healing. True happiness and purpose is possible. Allow me to be your partner as you move forward and embrace your future. Visit ShlondaNottingham.com to order your copy today. Are you at a forefront of a difficult situation and it seems...
So without further ado, everyone, welcome Shlonda E. Nottingham to the broadcast. Hello, beautiful.
Hi. How are you?
I'm wonderful. You look great tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so introduce yourself to your future readers, to all of your supporters who have joined tonight, and tell us more about why you wrote this book.
Sure. So hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining tonight. I am so excited about tonight and so excited about the release of this book. I am, of course, an author, as you know, a life coach, which has been an incredible journey thus far. I am super active in my community, which in return it's kind of why I wrote this book. Number one, just speaking to different individuals about life experiences, and then matching them with my own. I've been through quite a bit at age 22, and you wouldn't imagine some of the things that I've been through, but my experiences and my journey has shaped me. The funny thing about it, Natasha, I was actually in the process of writing a different book. And I said, oh my gosh, why write that book when this is what needs to be heard right now? And so God spoke to me. I'm telling you, God spoke to me. And he said, this is what you need. This is your purpose. And so everything that is in this book, true stories, true experiences. And I'm here now to provide others with those tools that they need to get through those things as well.
Now, wait a minute. How old did you say you were, Shlonda?
28.
Okay. You have done so much as a 28-year-old. Congratulations on all your success. Now, we didn't mention that she's also a big-time human resources professional, college graduate. She is just out here making moves, very successful woman of God. And so I am so happy for you. Congratulations, because you are representing for all of the young queens out there. If you all know any girls, I can say I've read the book, and I can personally tell you that this book is going to really benefit and bless young women, girls and teenagers, and also young women in your 20s, 30s. You're going to be blessed by this because Shlonda kind of keeps it real. You know, in some spots, I was like, "Ooh, girl, are you sure you want to say that?" I was like, "Okay." But you know, you really have a voice for this generation. You really do speak to the young people. There's a part in your book where you talk about the influence of music in your life and how at one point you were speaking to a group of young people and you walked into this event and everyone, all the teenagers were kind of stiff and just kind of like not saying anything. And then you knew what song to put on.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Yes, music is life, literally. And throughout the book, everyone will get to, see, how much I reference music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're going to bring on your first guest, our first guest tonight. Her name is Melanie McCrimmon, and she has known this author, this beautiful young lady, Shlonda Nottingham, since she was very young, 4 years old. She is one of Shlonda's role models. She has helped her through the journey of self-healing and finding her own passion and purpose. And she really has been a blessing. So we want to bring Melanie on and just to hear from her. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. So talk to us and talk to your friend, your good sister friend, and tell us about her and just even whatever you want to say right now. This is your spotlight, your time.
Okay. Well, what can I say about Miss Shlonda? It's taken me a long time to call her Shlonda, but I've always called her Pebbles. And she will always be my Pebbles. But out of respect, because she's a grown woman now. Miss Shlonda Nottingham, take a bow. Honey, I am proud of you. I am proud of you. So yes, I have known Shlonda for about a couple of years, since she was about 4 years old. And I remember her being that shy little girl, but who has blossomed into a beautiful soul. Just talking to her, I invited Shlonda to my birthday parties because that's how genuine and old school her spirit is. Like, she fits right in. And not only is she's like my baby, but she's my sister too. And I'm so thankful that God placed you in my life.
You're gonna make me
When we have our sister to sister conversations, I always tell her, like, I cannot wait to see what this chapter is going to bring.
Always.
Every experience she's gone through, I said, it's medicine. It sucks, but it's medicine. It's somebody coming right behind you who's going to experience the same thing, and it's your job to take that trophy off the shelf, and you got to make it medicine for somebody else. So your chapters, honey, I read that first chapter. Those were some trigger words. You are a warrior, honey, and I'm so proud of you.
So why should others read this book, and who should get this book?
It's not age is not a limit with this book. Mm-hmm. I mean, the first chapter, like I said, those were some trigger words, especially for me. And so any woman who's gone through a loss, childbirth, heartbreak, miscarriage, it affects everyone who's of childbearing age, all the way up to grown women. So when I say everyone should read this book, I mean everyone should read this book, because it's going to take you back to a time when you too experienced that same situation. It might not have been on the same path, but it was very, very similar. And it will make you reflect and think about how far you have come. And I'm so thankful that Shlonda has used her voice to actually...
We can hear you.
Okay. So I'm glad Shlonda has used her voice, and she didn't let a rock cry out. She put her feelings into words that someone can read and feel. So there is no age limit to this book.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Funny, Natasha. So all the time, like, even, in the process of writing this book, having conversations with my mom, having conversations with coworkers of hers, just talking about different things. I have a chapter in the book about fearing failure. You don't try different things because you are afraid to fail. And so, I've had conversations with my mom trying to motivate her. And she, of course, is older. So definitely this book, I think everyone can take a piece of it for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. So Shlonda talked about getting over that fear of failure. And so I want to just make this an engaging conversation tonight. So everyone in the chat room, let's just pause for a moment, and I want you all to think about something that you have been able to overcome, a fear that you've been able to overcome, and type that in the chat room. Let's just get some dialogue going about some fears. Maybe something was once a fear of yours. Some of you, I know you have feared publishing or writing a book, but you have become authors, right? And so whatever fear it is that comes to your mind that you've overcome, type that in the chat room. Melanie, do you want to share anything else with us before we transition tonight?
Well, I just want to tell Miss Pebbles, Shlonda, I just want to tell you congratulations. I'm always here for you anytime, morning, noon, night, day, whatever. No judgment zone.
You already know.
Absolutely.
I love you.
Always, like I tell you, you make sure you make that medicine for somebody else, okay? I love you.
I love you.
Amen. I just feel like this is just so beautiful. Okay, thank you so much, Melanie. All right, so I want us to watch a video. Shlonda, can you kind of introduce this video? What is it that we're about to watch now?
So this video here speaks a little on the testimony side of things. It talks about getting through, that purpose out of pain, but it also talks about just stepping forward and being yourself, loving yourself, and allowing me to be a part of that journey. So listen and yeah.
Yeah. And before we move on to that, thank you, Sister Felicia. She said she got over a fear of crossing bridges. That's a big one. That's a good one. Thank you for sharing. All right.
When God came to rescue me, I had just let go of a long toxic relationship, was finding my place in my social environments, and was grieving the loss of my precious baby boy. God spoke to me one day and revealed that this place that I was in was only temporary, but everything was necessary. My self-love journey included finding purpose out of pain, looking behind while moving forward, waiting patiently, and believing that I was and will always be enough. It's the journey for me, and I am now at a place that I thought I'd never see: peace. If you are in a dark place in your life, I want to help you take the journey to your healing, your purpose, and passion.
Sorry about that. Visit ShlondaNottingham.com, everybody, and get the book. Yes, that was beautiful. So you overcame something that sounds like, Shlonda, and I don't want you to tell the book, but I do want you to share. You're gonna read a little bit from your book. So I know you're probably ready. So I'll just stop and have you read, and we'll transition to that.
Okay. So I'm gonna read a snippet from chapter 2. And the title of the chapter is Leaving Behind While Looking Ahead. Okay. All right. And so I have my book propped up here. So I'm gonna if I'm looking that way. Okay. Letting go of things begins with you. I encourage you to find the purpose behind it and why you are stuck with it. Seek help from others, even if that means a professional needing to step in. Gain control of self and do not let it go. When you finally let go, do not look back. When we allow things to linger that we know are no longer beneficial to us, we place a halt on our lives because we do not allow ourselves to heal, forgive, and move forward. We allow these situations to take control over our minds, our bodies, and our souls, which in return impacts our focus and our future. A lot of times they impact our close family and friends. I have always heard a voice in my head say, if it was in the past, then it was meant to be in the past. And I know you all have heard that as well, right? So continuing on, we often give fuel to things that have no value or benefit to us any longer. We become prisoners in our own minds. And because we sit and dwell on the would have, could have, and should have, when we come to the realization that we didn't. And guess what? Lost my spot. And guess what? By that time, it doesn't matter anymore. Sometimes we find ourselves stuck in these situations that we know are unhealthy, toxic, or we just do not find happiness in, and we take so long to let go and never are honest with ourselves to ask, what exactly are we holding on to? Oftentimes we hold on because we want to make the situation out of more than it truly is or more than what it's meant to be. We reminisce on the good times and allow those moments to override the true toxicity in these situations. We are made to live, to love, laugh, and enjoy life. You cannot do these things if you are stuck holding on to something that is or was no good for you. Even when people try to guilt trip you or make you feel as if without them there is no you, that is just a manipulation tactic to keep you and to control your mind. Do not let this happen. Be strong. I remember seeing a quote on Facebook one day and it read, I couldn't heal because I kept pretending that I was not hurt. Read that again, and I'm going to read it again. I remember seeing a quote on Facebook one day and it read, I couldn't heal because I kept pretending that I was not hurt. Do not be in denial. See things for what they truly are and come to grips that it's truly not the plan for your life. I read another quote that said, give yourself permission to forgive people, but still deny them access to you. Everyone is not meant to step into the next chapter of your life and to take that prosperous journey with you. Forgive and leave them behind for your peace, your mind, and your sanity. Know when it's time to let go and do not ignore a single red flag, warning sign, a yield sign, or a stop sign. Instead, you want to utilize the green light, the right-of-way turn, and the pedestrian crosswalk to make an exit from anything that is holding you back from being your best self. And so that is from Leaving Behind While Looking Ahead, Chapter 2.
Wow. Even the title of that chapter, Leaving Behind While Looking Ahead, that's powerful. And it's really talking about getting unstuck. Stop attaching to something of the past because of the memories and the what ifs, coulda, shoulda, would have, and how many, especially women, have that testimony where we can say, oh, we stayed in a relationship too long. We stayed even in a job too long. You might have stayed in a church too long because you're thinking, it used to be good. It used to be all good. And I think it can get back that way. But sometimes it doesn't. And oftentimes God is pushing you to go ahead, to go to the next thing. And so we have to recognize when the seasons are changing and it's time to transition. That's so good. Love it.
That's right.
And we already put this up, but you said I couldn't heal because I kept pretending I wasn't hurt. Wow. Yeah. Wow. So if you all hear anything tonight that just kind of sticks with you as you're watching live on Facebook or on YouTube, go ahead and share it in the chat room because somebody else might see it and it might, ring a bell or trigger something prayerfully healing, a journey of healing, a journey of resolution, right? All right. So, Shlonda, now we are going to transition into our first giveaway. All right, let's bring it up. We have Elisa in the backstage as our producer, and so she has put up our first giveaway. Shlonda, do you want to read it?
Yes. Okay. So for our first giveaway, and the prize for this is an Amazon gift card. Okay.
Woo! How many of y'all, I know I can use an Amazon gift card right about now.
Yes. I love Amazon. Everyone that knows me knows I love Amazon packages coming every day. Amazon. So for your opportunity to win this gift card, there are a couple of things that you have to do to enter into this contest. Number one, to win, you will or must purchase the book. And you can purchase the book at www.shlondanottingham.com. You will follow me on my Instagram page at Shlonda E, and that's Shlonda SHLONDA. Now, I have 2 Instagram pages, okay? So you must follow the correct Instagram page. And it's at Shlonda E, okay? And you will tag 3 people under my latest Instagram post, okay? I'm not going to tell you what post that is. You just have to tag 3 people under my latest Instagram post. All right. And so for your chance to win that Amazon gift card, follow the steps and we will make sure that you get your
Yes. All right, come on now. So we need you all to support our author tonight. Support her. This is a woman who has stepped out. She is being bold. She is being confident. She's being courageous. She's sharing a journey of self-love. But not only that, as a life coach, Shlonda is helping you or the person that you're going to give this book to experience a journey of self-love, healing, okay, a journey to your passion and purpose. All right. So purchase the book at her website on the screen. Follow her on Instagram at Shlonda E and tag 3 people under her most recent post. I love that. That's not too much that you have to do to win this. And in return, you're going to get an Amazon. You could get an Amazon gift card because hopefully we just get 100 of you all who are watching or all 20 or 30 of you who are watching to go ahead and buy the book right now. Okay. And then even if you already have it, you can give it away as a gift because it's going to be a blessing to another young woman. All right. Or man, actually. Okay. So we have another guest speaker. I'm super excited. I want you to help me introduce her, Vaughn Faison. And she's going to be talking specifically about one of the chapters called Patiently Waiting. So who is Vaughn to you, Shlonda?
Oh my goodness. Vaughn is one of my best friends. We met actually where we used to be. We've aged out at 26, but we used to be a part of an organization called Young People's Division, which is one of the youth organizations in the AME Church. And so we started off, she attends a church in Raleigh, and my church is in Durham, but we all traveled together. We were officers at the same time as well. And so literally it started with traveling and being members of this organization. We trained together. And it literally turned into the friendship that we have now. Vaughn is a super supportive friend. She came down to DC when we did the video.
Oh, wait, I think I do recognize her. She looks familiar. Okay, cool.
So yes, Vaughn is my love. And she too has experienced a part of this journey as well. We have several things in common for our experiences and our journey. So yes.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Okay, so talk to us about Shlonda and this chapter of the new book that you have read and you want to share tonight.
So the chapter that I read was called Patiently Waiting. And I'm going to say this. What Shlonda didn't know is that I had been in a headspace where I was kind of counting my biological clock. I turned 30 back in January. And in my head, I was just like, I need to have done X, Y, and Z. I should, I'm single, but maybe I should be dating, should I go back to school, doing all these things because I was supposed to have achieved so much by the time I turned 30.
Right.
However, that's not how God works. And that's not how life worked out. So when I got the chapter from Shlonda, it was the reassurance and the encouragement that I needed to take a step back and wait for those things in my life to happen in a positive way. I will say one thing that we tend to do is we rush things in life, whether it be relationships, careers, other life goals. We tend to rush them instead of waiting and thinking things through. And that chapter really just sat on my heart for a few days. Right. It made me kind of reevaluate some things. And it really spoke to me because I would say throughout the whole book, she speaks on the journey and kind of getting past your past. So that's where I'm at now in my moment of waiting. I'm taking a step back to just reevaluate some things in life and push forward so I can have my healing just like Lolo has.
Love it. Sorry, I keep forgetting sometimes I mute my mic. But I love it when God orchestrates something like this, because you were in a time where you were getting impatient in the way. And here comes this great excerpt from Shlonda's book about patiently waiting. And how many people can relate to impatiently waiting and just counting your clock or counting the time and thinking that you should be here. I'm gonna raise my hand too. Thinking you should be at a certain point by a certain time. But listen, one thing I know, that as children of God, God is always gonna make it work out, right? As long as we're walking with Him, He's gonna make it work out, and He is not following our clocks. He doesn't care about the time. He doesn't care about that. So I thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on that. Shlonda, what were you thinking about when you wrote that chapter?
Literally what Vaughn was saying. Sitting here like, there's a time where I'm like, okay, I should have children. I should be married. I should be farther in my career than I am. And granted, I am young. However, it's like, I have a degree. I have a master's degree. Why am I not somebody's manager now? So it's like, what did I go to school for? But patiently waiting on God to align your life. He already knows how our life is going to be before we even know. He knows the future. We don't, right? And so just patiently waiting for those things to happen, not rushing, making sure that you have yourself together and that you are prepared to take that, to go into that next step, to take that journey when God is ready to allow you to go through it. So just working on self and waiting patiently. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Vaughn, okay, so as a result of reading Patiently Waiting, what action did you take? What mindset did you take? What did you decide after that?
It looks like she's muted.
Sorry. Okay, there we go. I took a step back to refocus, not focus on, the pressures of, okay, I should be married by now and have a child. So I'm, and me and Shlonda talk about this, I'm getting ready to go back to school and focus on getting my degree and just kind of just taking steps to just get back to being me authentically. Because I know those things that I want in life, I can't achieve those goals if I'm not being my true authentic self. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Just working on just getting back to being me right now.
I love that. And I'm gonna just show. Oh, Shlonda, were you gonna say something?
Oh, one more thing. So I was gonna also say, and we have to stop listening to other people. We have to stop listening to our family members when they're saying, "Oh, well, you know how you go to the cookout or the family reunion or Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner? Well, when you go such and such? Oh my goodness, it's my time and God's time, and not letting them put that pressure on you."
Yeah. Absolutely. And Vaughn said something. I want to show this banner again because the title of the book is Self-Love is Loving Me Unconditionally. And in that journey of waiting patiently, you got to learn how to love yourself, accept you, who you are, unconditionally, unapologetically, so that then when God positions you for those promises that you're waiting on, it'll be authentic to you, to the real you, not a you that you're trying to be. So that was good. Thank you, Vaughn. Any other thoughts as we get ready to transition?
I'm just going to say, Shlonda, I am so proud of you, but you know this because I keep telling you this all the time, but I'm so proud of you. And I'm proud of the journey that I've got to witness that you take. It hasn't been easy over the past few years, but you have definitely gone through your journey with so much grace, and you are such a positive influence to not everybody, not just everybody watching, but to me as well, as your big sister. I am so inspired by you on a daily basis. So I just want you to know that I love you and I'm so proud of you. And everybody, please go to ShlondaNottingham.com and order your book today. Okay.
Thank you, sis. I love
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
I love you.
Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much, Vaughn. That's awesome. That was a really great segment, I think, because we all need to be reminded that, you know, we can wait patiently and we can rest while we're waiting. We don't have to worry. You don't have to stress out, right? So I love this. I love your book, Shlonda. Before we close and you talk about the final thing that you want to share, the big news that you have, a thing that you're starting, the initiative that you're starting, I want to just back up because we didn't really get into some of the nitty gritty. And you talked about this in your first book, but your second book starts off with this thing that you have dealt with, you know, for growing up, you know, and you want to talk about that a little bit and how that really helped you kind of start your journey to self-love.
Yes. So, for those of you that have read my first book, Beautifully Broken, it is about my about the relationship that I have with my father, or I have had over the years growing up with my father, or should I say without my father. And so I end the book, Beautifully Broken. I end it with the end with a question mark, right? Which means that the story is still being written. And so as it discusses, you know, him not being there and all of my emotions and the anger that I had towards him, this book starts off with where we left off, my father and I, where we left off, and what I have decided to do moving forward with my life so that I can so that I was able to heal and begin a new journey. And so it basically says, like, sometimes you have to love people from a distance. And that is pretty much where I am with that chapter of my life, understanding that people are going to be who they are. They're not going to change, not for you. They have to change for themselves. And so that was the beginning of my healing. Writing that book was healing for me. And so I could not start this book without taking you all where I left off and closing out that chapter of my life. I am no longer broken. I'm still beautiful. But now I am on a new journey to healing. And then it kind of crosses over to relationships. They say the type of man your father is the type of man that, you know, you attract or you are with. And so my book talks a lot about a previous relationship that I was in, a very long 6.5-year toxic relationship that I was in, and just kind of my journey, the things that it taught me, the lessons and the life experiences from being in that situation, being in that relationship. And so, yeah, it's the journey for me. It's the healing. And so now just being at a place of peace as a result of healing my childhood experiences and situations. And the word that I want is not coming out, to a relationship and going through that and healing through that, and to now being who I am and what I am.
Yeah, and I think that's so important. You know, I know we talk about this a lot, but, you know, pain does have a purpose. Like, pain can turn into purpose. And so I think that is so important and critical that we sometimes go back and see, okay, what has caused me to feel this way? What has caused some of the trauma, or why am I attracted to this type of person? And so that's really important. A lot of women are attracted to the type of men that their father was or is. Okay, so we have another sort of big thing to talk about before we go, but I want to do something. I want to like, okay, let's put up our banner because I want to like play some music.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get us some music on. Okay. And the beat drops. It's gonna drop. Okay. So, Shlonda.
Huh?
Hey, okay, so you have something called a self-love challenge.
Yes.
A 21-day self-love journey or journey to self-love. So I want you to kind of talk about that. What is it? How do people join it, get involved? What should they do?
So you all know that they say that 21 days forms a habit, right? So if you do something for 21 days, it forms a habit. It becomes a lifestyle, right? So the whole goal behind this journey, this challenge here is I want you all to create a lifestyle out of making yourself a priority, out of providing self-love for yourself. So that's the self-love, right? It's about you. Whether you have children, whether you are married, whether you are taking care of family members, you have to make time for you. And so one of the crazy things about it is last year, my stepfather actually had to have emergency heart surgery. And literally, this was near death. They said that if we didn't make it to the hospital within 30 minutes of the time that we were there, then he would not be here. And so just this year, he ended up having to have the same exact surgery, literally a year later. And so my mom, being the awesome, wonderful person that she is, wonderful wife, wonderful mother, she has literally taken on the job, of course, as a wife to care for my stepfather. And so with that, it was like, Mom, you got to take care of yourself too. So while you're nursing him back to life, you have to get some time in for you, make yourself a priority, love on yourself. And so I took on the job of making sure that my mom was taking care of herself. And so with this here, that's all it is. It is 21 days of self-love. I'm going to read like a snippet for you. And I'm going to talk about this challenge that we're going to get into. Natasha, is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So self-love is pivotal in living a healthy life and an enjoyable life. Self-love is important because without it, we tend to doubt ourselves. We suffer from low self-esteem. We create problems out of simple things. And most importantly, we depend on other things and other people to fulfill our needs and our desires instead of simply loving us. There are hundreds of people who struggle from an undesirable self-image and traits to simply cover up the lost love for oneself. It takes pure honesty as the first step. Pure honesty, you have to admit it as the first step to finding self-love again and self again. The first question, I'm not even going to go through that. You know what? I'm going to ask you this because I just want you to think about it. Okay. One question is, if you are one of those individuals that have lost your self-love over the years or stopped making yourself a priority due to taking care of others, what made you unlove your beautiful self? What situation has happened in your life? What have you gone through? What has changed in your life for you to stop making yourself a priority and unloving yourself or doubting yourself? What caused that self-esteem to arise? The second question, when did you realize that your self-love was minimized? Okay, so Those two questions, something to just ponder on as we begin the challenge that I'm getting ready to introduce. Okay, so everyone that I know on here has a Facebook page, right? Mm-hmm. And so those that are on tonight are privy to participating in this challenge, okay? And I'm asking everyone tonight to participate in this challenge. It's free, okay? It's free. Joining the Facebook page is free, okay? So you will go on to Facebook. It's a Facebook group, Shlonda's 21 Days of Self-Love Challenge. Okay. It is a private group, so you must be accepted. All right. And so what we are going to do, we are going to go on our 21 days of self-love together. Okay. Together. Sometimes you don't want to do things on your own, but we're going to go on it together. And there are some prompts that may be super sensitive or personal to you that you may not want to share, and that is perfectly fine. But within this group, you know that there are people, there are others that are supportive. We're going to support each other through this challenge, and we are going to get through 21 days of self-love so that after our 21 days, we will be good, refreshed, and ready to continue to heal and grow. All right. So, yes, there it is. The 21 days. So, over the next 21 days, whether you find yourself wanting to regain self-love or simply wanting to enjoy these self-love activities, we're going to dive into several topics involving our past, our present, and our future. Once we finish the 21 days of self-love, you will get an opportunity to win a few items, including some merch. All right. And so what you will do is, like I said, go to Shlonda's 21 Days of Self-Love Challenge. I'm already there. And the things that you will need a journal. Okay. You will need a journal. It shouldn't have anything else in it. It should be a blank journal because you are starting fresh. Okay. A journal and a pen. Can't go without a pen. Okay. And then you will also need, of course, to go onto the page. And you will also, on day 12, we will have a vision board party. So you will need materials to create your vision board. Okay. So I just kind of give that out in advance so you know to go ahead and collect your materials for your vision board. And now, which is one of my favorite parts, okay? You are going to choose one or two songs that resonates with you. This song is a song that gets you motivated, gets you pumped up, has you feeling good inside. And so this song is going to be used throughout the entire journey, all 21 days. Okay. And so I'm going to go ahead and give you what day one is. Okay. And day one involves the song. Okay. Day one, once you choose your song, you are going to post a video of you dancing, singing. If you can't dance, if you can't sing, just post a video of you enjoying your favorite song, and you are going to hashtag Shlonda's 21 Days of Self-Love. Okay. So once you join the group, I will make a post, and of course you will have more information about it. Every day I'm going to post a prompt for the next day. Okay. So tonight, if you go ahead and sign on tonight, this prompt will be there. We're going to start tomorrow. So go ahead, go to the group, ask to join so that I can go ahead and accept you. And we're going to get started. We're going to get rolling, and we're going to have some fun. And that's it.
So good. So good. I am excited. I just requested to join everybody. So I need y'all to meet me inside of the group. Okay. and guess what? The great thing is when you purchase this book, you'll get this self-love challenge also in the book. And so this is just a small portion of the book. And I think that is so awesome and brilliant that Shlonda is just offering it just because you all have joined tonight. So also, if you know anybody else that might benefit from 21 days of self-love, 21 days will help you begin a new habit. And that habit is a habit on loving on yourself. And it's not going to be in an unhealthy way. I've read the challenges and I, had to stop in some places and actually take out my journal and jot some things down as I was reading some of Shlonda's wisdom in this book. So go ahead and get your copy of the book and also join the group, so that you can partake in this 21 days of self-love challenge.
Yes.
Okay, so Shlonda, we have come down to our closing. I want you just to talk to your readers, your future readers, one more time. Tell them, why they should get the book, and just, share any last thoughts that you want to mention.
Yes. Okay. So first and foremost, thank you all so much for joining tonight. I have truly enjoyed myself. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you to Mel and Vaughn. And thank you to our wonderful producer. But to my readers, I will say this to you. It's time. It is our season. It is time for us to stand up, love on ourselves. What better time than now? We are going through some trying times, and of course, the pandemic has added on to things that we were already going through in life, and then going through just fighting the battle that we continue to fight every single day and have fought for the last 400 years. And will continue to fight until we win. It's time. It's the journey. Just start right now with your love, with your life. It's time to reevaluate some things. It's time to heal. It's time to grow. We talk about healing all the time. Everything in the book is about healing, but it's also about finding your purpose. What is it that you want to do in life? What are the things that you're passionate about? And so we're going to work on those things together. Allow me to be your partner as your life coach, as your friend. Allow me to be your partner. Allow me to go through this journey with you. Allow me to guide you through this journey. I've taken the journey and now it's your time. So let's get started. Let's get moving. Stay motivated. Stay prayed up. And thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you. I love that. I just am so excited about what's going to happen as a result of this book, what's going to happen in your life, how your readers are going to be blessed. I just pray that God will take you all around the world with this message of self-love and this powerful resource that you have put together to help others on their journey to finding, to healing, and to discovering their passion and purpose. So God bless you, Shlonda. We speak blessings.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. And have a wonderful night.
You as well. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. All right, everyone. How about that? I mean, you guys can continue to flood the comments. Tell Shlonda how you feel about this night, that you're so excited for her. I know that I am. As you know, you have been tuned into the virtual book launch for Self-Love is Loving Me Unconditionally by Shlonda Nottingham. And tonight was such a powerful night. We had some really amazing guest speakers, and we've gotten to hear a lot about, how to heal, how to love yourself, how to love ourselves. And don't forget that Shlonda has invited us on a 21-day journey of healing. And that's one of the fun activities that's going to happen. 21 days of self-love, excuse me. So join her Facebook group, Shlonda's 21 Days of Self-Love Challenge. So guys, I'm Natasha. This is Elohai International Publishing and Media, where we partner with kingdom-minded visionaries to share their mission-centered stories. If you have a story to tell, if you want to share your us at Elohai International Publishing and Media. Make sure you like our page, share, and invite other people to join you on a journey as well. God bless you and have an amazing night.